Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Heist League 3.12. In this episode, I'm going to be showcasing another AFK Simulacrum, but in this one, it's a little bit different. So I want to get the AFK Simulacrum started, and then I'll start talking about what I did. So if you guys have seen or haven't seen the video from yesterday, I already did an fully AFK Simulacrum, and you can fully AFK up to wave 19. But I made some changes in the build yesterday after AFKing Simulacrums for 10 hours, and now I want to show you guys the new version. So we have the exact video from yesterday, and I made only a few changes. I'm almost 97 now, but the biggest changes is I wanted to go over this real quick. How you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode. So to become completely unkillable in Simulacrum, I make it to wave 20 100% of the time, and I don't take more than 700 damage. To do this, all we had to do was take a Transcendence Militant Faith with High Templar Maxarius, and then it gives you this Transcendence. So it makes it so armor applies to fire, cold, and lightning damage taken from hits instead of physical. So we're technically more susceptible to physical hits, but we have such good evasion that I don't really think that the physical is a problem, and it was that elemental is a problem. And when we have penetrate, so what I'm gonna do is take off all the flasks. I'm gonna take off all the abilities. We're going to leave the convocation just because it's my left click, it doesn't really matter. It's just to get minions unstuck, and then I'll talk about the rest of it. So this is where we started. We started with a Militant Faith with the Maxarius to get the Transcendence, and getting this, we still have 90% reses, and now our 61,000 armor applies to our elements. So we're basically immune to elemental damage and immune to chaos damage, and only physical hurts us, and it doesn't seem like we take a lot of physical. Maybe if we're doing other forms of content that have more physical, then maybe it won't be as good to go Transcendence. But in the case of Simulacrum, it made it fully AFK. Like, we make it all the way to wave 20 now 100% of the time, no deaths, which is great for obviously leveling and stuff. Now I'll talk about the second part of the build. So, how you guys doing? Yesterday we were a zombie build, and you might notice we have a Carrion Golem, and we have only 3 Spectres. So, first of all, the weapon is now Carrion Golems, and I have Awaken Minion Damage, Awaken Multi-Strike, Empower 4, Awaken Melee Fizz, and Ruthless. And so, it turns out that I could put in an Anima Stone, Primordial Might, 2 Primordial Harmonies, and that covers me for the Golem stuff that you need in the build, and that allows me to run 4 Carrion Golems, along with also, the reason why I lost the Spectre is I changed my Anoint to Golem Commander from Death Attunement, so I lose a Spectre but I gain a Golem, and so each of my Golems is doing about 5 million DPS. So we have 20 million, and that's not counting Vulnerability Animate Guardian, and that's without power charges, only frenzy charges, because we're only using 2 Carnage Chieftains, 1 Theif Tool. And so yeah, the overall is that this is more damage, and the Transcendence is more survivability for Simulacrum, and so it's fully AFK. You guys know, big trades, gotta do them even though it's a video. Huge trades, man. How can you turn these down? This is amazing. I've been waiting for these all day. Look, this Spark I found, wait, where is it? I found Spark yesterday in my Simulacrums. Easy 6x. Supposed to be 7, but apparently wasn't selling, so I lowered it by 1x, and now it's sold. But yeah, how, obviously people will ask, so Ethan, what's actually better? Should we go Carrions? Should we go zombies? What's the meta, dude? And to be honest, the Carrion Golems feel even better in this build over the normal build, because when you have this kind of attack speed, they're going crazy. Their leap slam is instant. They attack so goddamn fast. Their clear is amazing. They have so much move speed. These spores are giving us move speed from killing rares, and then it's giving the move speed to the golems, and it's pretty insane. And you can see them going crazy. It definitely, without a doubt, has more better clear than the zombies. And after playing zombies for so long, I definitely missed Carrion golems, and I'm glad to be playing them again. And so I'll show you the jewels I bought on the next AFK. So I ended up replacing the Conqueror's Potency, the Quickening Covenant, Fortress Covenant, and one of my Abyss jewels, so I lost 11% Chaos Res on the minions. But overall we gain the two golems, the aggressive... Oh yeah, this is one of the big things. So 2 Anima Stone with reduced mana reserve. This was 30x. I got Primordial Might, 1% mana reserve. This was 40x, and this makes your golems aggressive, so you don't need Feeding Frenzy in the link, so we have an extra link, and that's why our Carrion golems do more damage. Primordial Harmony, 1% mana reserve, was like 13x, and the other one was like 14. And then yeah, Militant Faith is only 3x. And when you're looking for this Militant Faith with Maxarius, I got 1% increased effect of non-curse auras per 10 devotion, and if you have to ask, to get devotion, these travel nodes are now devotion, so we have 45 with this skill tree. Yep, and now we have an extra passive point. I think we can put this in aura effect of part of my medium cluster, because I took some out, I believe. I don't remember. Let me check. Yeah, I took out that. Yep. So now we can put this back. So we have 5, 5, 8, or we could do 8, 8. Ooh, 8, 8 is better. There we go. 4205 energy shield. We gain some damage back. And now, dude, Simulacrum is so much better. I also tested out the clear just for fun. I did a tool breachstone. It was the easiest I've ever done. Like, it was just smooth sailing. It was insane clear. I tried an infused beachhead. It was amazing. I tried an Esh Pure Breachstone. It was amazing. The clear is so much better than any other build I've ever played. The survivability is insane. This build is just amazing. So how much am I invested in the build? This is 1200x invested in the build now. It cost me an extra 100x to add in the Anima Stone, Primordial Might, and the Primordial Harmonies 1% mana reserved. They were more expensive than the previous jewels I was using, and now I'm going to try to sell the previous jewels, the Quickening, the Fortress, and the Conqueror's Potency. I'm still running Conqueror's Efficiency, so really the changes are just 4 jewels, 5 jewels, including the Militant Faith, and the link in the weapon. So Carrion Golem 2120. I went for the default Carrion Golem. Awaken minion damage I added instead of Feeding Frenzy, and I changed over Pulverize to Ruthless. And I went for the regular Ruthless because I think it's more damage than the alternate qualities. And then I took out Minion Life in the Glove from the Spectre and the Animate Guardian, and I put in Zombies so I could still have 10 nearby non-golem minions to get the 50% more damage out of my Carrion golems. So actually I think with the zombies it's 6.5 mil per Carrion golem, and when I don't run the zombies, so I only have 4 non-golem minions, it's 5 million. So 6.5, we're dealing like 26 million DPS without counting vulnerability or the Animate Guardian, so that's pretty cool. I think we have really, really good damage. Probably more than I need, and then the other part is the amount of attack speed and the move speed is huge quality of life for the clear speed of the build, because, well, we're literally an aura bot. So yeah, what wave did we make it to? That covers the all the changes. So now I guess I'll spend the time. Now we're at wave 10, so I'll spend the time talking about how we're unkillable. So making that 60,000 armor block our elemental resistances against hits seems to just change the goddamn game, and then we don't seem to die against physical hits because maybe the evasion is helping against physical hits, and we still do have like up to 77% physical damage reduction when we get hit with Gruthkels. I also changed my Pantheon, I forgot to mention. I still need to unlock the extra aspect of it, but I changed from Abrath to Gruthkels because I think that we're basically Burning Ground immune as it is. Like, Burning Ground shouldn't be a problem in this build anymore because of our high elemental resistance. And so I figured that since our physical damage reduction isn't at 90 and we're using our armor to protect our elemental reses, that 5% physical damage reduction could make a big difference, or also even the attack speed that you could possibly do. The extra 5%, 8%, it's pretty big. But yeah, for each hit recently, you gain up to 5% maximum physical damage reduction. We could use Tukohama for the Simulacrum because we're AFK and stationary. You'll get 8% physical damage reduction, 2% regen. But obviously, I'm already not dying in Simulacrum, so I don't need it, and therefore I'd rather just have the one that I don't need to worry about remembering to change, and then I just have 5% more physical damage reduction now, which is pretty sick. Yes. So again, I like this better than the zombies, and all it took was running the Anima Stone, Might, and 2 Harmonies. You can also run 2 Eminences. It works. It's just that I wanted the extra cooldown. I focused on the cooldown recovery rate of these, so you can see that I got 41, and the other one was 43, and I didn't go for the increased golem damage for each type of golem you have summoned because I only have one type of golem, so it's only 18%, and it was a difference of 2% instead of like multiplying it by 3. Yeah, so I only went for the cooldown recovery rate because that's what I was focusing on. I wanted them to leap more, and I wanted them to use Cascade more. Yeah, it's really cool. And they're clear. Oh my god, I love Carrion Golems so much. I really hope they don't get nerfed, dude. I really hope they don't get nerfed, because this is like our best melee minion we possibly have. And other than this, the other alternative, I guess, is maybe running some sort of melee Spectre that we haven't tried yet, because it would be similar. You'd have four Spectres, because you could get it to level 25, and then you'll get your 4 Spectres. So it'd be very similar if their clear is just as good as Carrion Golems. And then you don't need to run the 10 non-golem minions, but the only difference is you'll lose frenzy charges, which is a pretty big deal, to be honest, in minion builds. Frenzy charges are absolutely amazing. So that's why I would prefer to use Carrion Golems over some sort of Spectre, because I like my Theof Tool and my Carnage Chieftain and my Host Chieftain. Other people like their Arena Master, dude. You imagine giving that up just to go damage Spectres. Like, you have to add that on top of losing Carrion Golems, right? Like, you lose your Spectres if you lose Carrion Golems, basically, because you'll have to replace. Otherwise, you could run zombies and go back to the other way I was running it. But I'm certain now that Carrion Golems feel so much better. Another reason Carrion Golems feel better, so through a lot of testing, through playing, zombies body block each other a lot. They honestly should have phasing. They body block each other, their pathing is shit, their AI is lazy, even with Feeding Frenzy. The slam is centered on them instead of... So Carrion Golems will attack in the direction of a monster and do a cone outwards from their starting position, and it will grow in size as it goes out. And so they have a really, really good clear in front of them, and whereas zombies can be surrounded and clear all around them, but they're worse when trying to proactively clear. So if things are spawning on top of the zombies and you're just standing still, then it's great. It's like delving, sure, zombies can work. But for everything else, for active clearing as you run and stuff, the Carrion Golems are going to make a big difference, because, well, first of all, they don't get body blocked because there's only 4 of them, and then the other part is that they leap slam, so you can see them instantly teleporting around. It's because when they activate leap slam, it's scaled by their attack speed, and they have so much attack speed that they just fly in a millisecond. And oh shit, I conquer his potency, dude. Is this the same guy? No, it's not. Thought it was the same guy. Oh. What? See, this is why you try to make sales in your video, dude. You get good clips like this. What the fuck is that? What? I was so quick on the party. He didn't even have time to ignore me yet. That makes no sense, dude. What? I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Something of, oh yeah, so Carrion golems and their leap slam, and they don't get body blocks, so their clear is so much better, and their pathing is so much better, and it feels so much less awkward. And even especially when you're mapping or you play simulacrums, I've been playing a lot of them. There's some of the map layouts that are really bad, dude. Like this one. The spawns can get in some weird spots where your Carrion golems, if they had leap slam, it'd be amazing. They do, and then they jump around, then they get around the walls and stuff. They don't get stuck as much, and there's no body blocking. So basically, this was a big advertisement for Carrion golems aura stacking. Now I mentioned that we're no longer a zombie aura stacker, where we've moved on. We won't look back. This is the future. We are now a Carrion golem aura stacker. It is the final transformation, and it's like, oh god, rework elementalist confirmed. I'm a Scion ascendant, and this guardian ascendancy outdoes chaos golems. You can't scale the chaos golems as well, and aura stacking is just completely broken. Maybe they should buff golems. Maybe they should buff golem stacking, honestly, dude. Buff elementalist, make it compete with aura stacking, allow us to invest more into it. Aura stacking is broken. Aura stacking enabled this, and that enabled us to not need... I'll explain it all, actually. So we don't need to go elementalist anymore because of this build, because we have the life recovery higher than what Stone Golem gets us. We have 1300, and Stone Golem was only getting us to 1000 something, 1050. With scaling it up, we also have more physical damage reduction through the aura stacking Guardian Ascendancy than we would get with the Chaos Golem, and that means we don't have to have the 2 extra golems, so we don't need to go elementalist for the +2 golems, because if we just don't run stone and chaos, then it's the same amount of golems in every build, 4 carrions, and then so we have the same clear. But then you go, well, Ethan, what about the elemental ailment immune? And aura stacking completely broke everything, okay? Even that. So we have Grace, and the special anomalous version gives you 22% chance to avoid elemental ailments, because we have an enhanced 4 on it, so it has 24% extra quality. So we scale the 22% times 4, so we get 88% avoidance of elemental ailments. And then we also have some extra chance to not get frozen and chilled, so we're immune to chill and freeze. Then we run Purity of Lightning and Purity of Fire, the special versions to be Shock and Ignite immune. I can show chance to avoid Shock and chance to avoid Ignite. So together with all that, we have 100% ailment, elemental ailment immunity, and so it's pretty insane. And I can't wait to get 500% aura effect instead of 400, so that we don't actually need to run these alternate quality purities. And just the anomalous grace times 5 will give you 100% avoidance of elemental ailments, which sounds absolutely insane. So I would like to do that so I could run the regular purities, because I had to buy 21 versions of them just so I could get the extra 1% max res from them. Also, if we get extra max, aura effect, then I don't need to run 21 versions and put them in the helmet and all that, so I can actually get a higher discipline, have more energy shield, and I can get higher hatred for more damage, since hatred is one of our best auras for DPS in the build. It's pretty insane. We got Blighted Ashen Wood. Overall though, this build is an absolute abomination. Like, wave 20, here we go, watch my health. This is now the focus. We made it all the way to this point just so we could look at how tanky the build is and the clear speed on wave 20. So, really good DPS, and then when we get hit, we take absolutely 0 damage, and you can even see when we get a big hit, hopefully the boss, there we go. Okay, boss is spawned and he's gonna die instantly. What the fuck? He literally just spawned. That was so fast, he didn't even get to do anything. But I'm certain that the boss hits us for no more than 700 damage, even with some really, really gross mods. And so we have no problem AFKing 20 waves of Simulacrum. Is this going to be the unique? Get it on this wave? I still haven't got a voices in 37 Simulacrums. So I think I'm going to continue to do Simulacrums and continue to try to farm our voices. And we'll keep printing money and we'll see how it goes. But we got a Megalomaniac with Holy Conquest, Septic Spells, and Force Multiplier. Pretty cool. I have to remember to keep flipping incubators in this. We have so many. We get so many incubators from simulacrums. It's actually insane. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoy the changes, the adaptation, the switch to golems. I hope there's a lot of support because you guys love golems so much. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you like this. I'll obviously leave the POB in the description below so you can follow along and look at it yourself. We'll continue doing this. I hope this is exactly what you expected. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. Thank you guys for all the support. I can't do this without you guys, and thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon or the YouTube members today, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!